Hi, my name is Steven, and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about de-stressing at a park. So one of the habits that I picked up during the pandemic was to go to a park daily. So I would go to the park maybe 30 minutes to an hour every single day, and it just gives me the time to rest and relax. It was really a great way for me to get some fresh air and to disconnect from working from home. Usually the only things I did while I was at the park was to sit at a park bench or to take a brisk walk. This really cleared my mind during those stressful days, and it really gave me something to look forward to each day. So in this video, I'll go over why I started going to the park, how it's helped me to de-stress, and why you should go to the park as well. And let's do this! So a little background, why did I start going to the park? So the pandemic has really forced me to stay home all the time. All day, all night, I was home, and it drove me crazy. I usually buy enough groceries so that it lasts for a few days. So there was days and days where I just didn't need to go outside, and all I did was just stay home. I did go outside into nature every weekend, but that wasn't enough. I still felt I needed a break every single day to get me out of the mindset, or just get me out of the house. So to get me out of the mindset of being at home all day long. And then coming from LA, I really needed the sun. I started to get really moody because I wasn't exposed to vitamin D or sunlight all day long. During the summer months, being outside was a great way to get vitamin D, and it was really good for my overall mood. Although when the wintertime came, the darkness and the rain clouds really hampered me getting some sun. So luckily I have an indoor sun lamp that I turn on, but it's just not the same as going outside and getting some actual sunlight. So for those few moments that the sun did come out during the wintertime, I did all I could to get outside and soak that in. And then lastly, working from home caused all kinds of stress. Usually pre-pandemic, I would have an active lifestyle and I wasn't sitting all day long. Usually I would walk pretty frequently outside, going from place to place and absorbing the sun and then getting some exercise as a result. And usually during this time, I was able to think and clear my mind of any stressful activities. I really struggled to let go of certain things and I just end up working through it. And the other reason was it took 3 times the amount of time to reach people. So things that you would normally get done in 1 hour ended up taking 3 hours. And it was extremely frustrating to have things drag on. And also a lot of things got postponed or canceled, so it caused me a lot of stress from work uncertainty. So how has it helped me during times of stress? Going to the park had some side benefits that I really didn't realize. One of the biggest effects was having a break that I didn't really understand how important it was. So that 30-minute or an hour break at the park was something that I didn't have to think about when I was working pre-pandemic. So for example, that 30-minute break would be my entire commute driving to and from work. And during that time, I would gather my thoughts, I would think about things, I would go over some stressful events, and then I would just let it go. And then I would shift the gears to home life. I was completely unaware of all those little side benefits that I had pre-pandemic. And so now when I'm away from home, which is my work and home life, I'm able to decompress what I couldn't while I'm at home. This came in terms of work stress and home stress. This also gave me a time where I can think about random things and I could just let my mind wander. For example, when I'm at home, I have a period of time where I'm working and that's just work time. Or I have a period of time where I'm playing video games or watching movies or playing the piano or doing something else. But one activity flows into another activity pretty quickly. And so you don't have that certain separation time where you have a free period just to think about nothing. So not only was I able to think about random things, but this free period offered me time to think about my issues and problems that are occurring in my life. I was able to work through 1 or 2 tasks every time I was at the park and really come to a conclusion to them. It really helped me to de-stress because once I thought of the solution, I was able to let it rest and move on to the next thing. And in this case, I got more off my chest in 30 minutes of sitting at a park than I would 3 hours at home. And this ultimately was the key for me de-stressing. I took the time and I was able to knock down hard problems in my life, or just reflecting on my life and what I want to do in the future. So why should you spend some time at the park? First of all, it gives you a break during the day. It allows you to regroup and come back to work with more energy. And really, every day we should build in standard breaks throughout our day. This will not only help us to plan out our day better, it gives you a structured time where you can just rest and relax. During our pre-pandemic days, we had breaks. You had those structured time where you just didn't think about the work, the activity, or something else. Working from home or being at home all the times, all those things flow from one to the next without any separation. Having a break in your day gives you an artificial separation that will help you move from one thing to the next, without your mind getting clogged up from the past thing. Number 2, it allows you to get sunlight and exercise. I don't have to tell you the benefits of getting consistent sunlight and exercise, but for me, getting that vitamin D and that boost from exercise have been a great mood booster for me. And also you can get a nice tan if you're into that. The brisk walk has also helped me to reduce some of the lower back pain I have from sitting all day long. And for someone like me who was raised in LA, I need a lot of sun. So getting some sun daily is a must. So 3, it gives you time to reflect and solve your problems. For me, this was the biggest reason why I went to the park. It gave me time to just sit and reflect on what I was doing, and it gave me an uncompressed time to think about my problems. There was so much stuff happening, and there was a lot of problems and issues that just became unresolved the longer I sat at home. It was a lot easier to be in a wide open space with green trees all around and then just sit there quietly and reflect on what was going on. Because ultimately there's no distractions. There's just trees, wind, and maybe a kid playing on the playground. You don't have the distractions of a computer or cell phones around you. It just gives you a time and space for yourself. And number 4, it's a great way to calm yourself when you're agitated or stressed. Being in nature overall has a really calming effect on people, especially when they're stressed and agitated. For me, it's that sense of connection with nature that really grounds myself when I'm going through a tough time. I notice this many times when I go to the park and I'm really stressed. I spend about 30 minutes to an hour there and I come back really relaxed. And I come home really calm and ready to go again. It really has something to do with the time and separation from the problems. Just being away from that problem for a period of time can help you de-stress. So I really recommend, if you're agitated or stressed, to just go to a park and sit on a bench for about half an hour. You'll feel way better once you come back. So there you have it. Those are some of the reasons why I go to a park to de-stress. I try to go out and get to the park as much as I can during the day, especially when the sun's nice and warm. Just being outside has many positive benefits to my health and attitude. It has really helped me to combat the negative mental states that the pandemic really unearthed, and really help with all the work stress that's been going on. And the side benefit that I really didn't realize was that it helped me through certain problems. I was able to resolve a whole bunch of issues that was plaguing me by just sitting at a park. So I really recommend everyone establishing a certain period of time during the day to go out to nature. It gives you some time away from the hustle and bustle of work and technology, and it gives you a really solid way to get grounded in nature each day. So I really hope this video has helped you. It certainly has for me. So let me know in a comment down below on how nature has helped you, and if these tips that I've suggested have helped you as well. So as always, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time.